everyone. I'll be going over how to prepare your travel application and research abstract for the 2025 ND STEM conference. So before I begin, I just want to introduce myself. I am Erin Jimenez, and I am an assistant professor in the Department of Biology at Johns Hopkins University. And currently, I am the JHU SACNAS chapter faculty advisor. And on this slide are some socials like our TikTok and also our Instagram, and a QR code to the QR code is to a Google form, Google interest form. Excuse me. So first and foremost, welcome to our JHU SACNAS chapter today. SACNAS stands for Society for the Advancement of Chicanos, Hispanics, and Native Americans in Science. And at the moment, the status of our chapter, we're still a prospective student group at Johns Hopkins University, and currently our application is still processing to become an officially recognized student group on campus. So we are still working on this, and just our status is still pending, although I think it sounds very promising that we will become a chapter. So SACNAS, as I mentioned, stands for the Society for the Advancement of Chicanos, Hispanics, and Native Americans in Science. And the SACNAS chapter, although it says advancing Chicanos and Hispanics and Native Americans, it's actually a very inclusive organization. And our chapter at Johns Hopkins University is meant for everybody, although we do celebrate Hispanic, Chicano, and Native American culture on campus. The reason why we created this chapter is that we envision a future where STEM reflects the demographics of our country. So that way, the field is really better equipped to solve our world's problems. We think that SACNAS has taken a radical approach to really lead with culture and identity as the means to strive for true diversity in STEM. So that's what we also want. So our chapter seeks to build diversity in STEM by offering various opportunities to build a supportive community. And some of these examples are networking, building a network, meeting other people in the same field or across fields and other disciplines, conducting career development events such as this one here, social and community gatherings, and also fundraising to attend SACNAS conferences. I want to really point out that we do not obtain any funding to run the SACNAS chapter here at Johns Hopkins University. At the moment, we do not have any grants or anything like that. So this is all we're pretty much on our own, and we're conducting these types of things on our own free time and on our own personal finances. And in academia, a lot of underrepresented people, which include racial and ethnic groups, underrepresented people are often underrepresented in STEM, as the name means, which means that there are not very many people from various racial and ethnic groups, in particular from Black, Hispanic, and Native American communities. So in science, there's a very small percentage as you climb the academic ladder. So if you imagine at the faculty level, there are not very many underrepresented groups of people that are Black or Hispanic or even Native American at this level. However, at the undergraduate level, we have a large demographic of undergraduates from various underrepresented groups. And so the goal is to ensure that we propel our students that represent diverse backgrounds into positions where we have been historically excluded from. And our JHU chapter really seeks to offer various opportunities to build a supportive community in order to accomplish this. And so by creating an environment where we can succeed through career development opportunities, supportive environments, we think we can complete these gaps in our ladder to climb the ranks in academia. So we're going to skip this today. So what is ND STEM? ND STEM actually stands for the SACNAS National Diversity in STEM Conference, and it is the largest multidisciplinary and multicultural STEM diversity conference in the country. And the conference is a very large gathering which serves to equip, empower, and energize everyone in attendance for their academic and professional paths in STEM. And over the course of the conference, There are college level through professional attendees that are immersed in STEM research, immersed in professional development sessions, and we're also motivated by really great motivational keynote speakers. And there's also an academic and career expo, which enables uh, students to survey um, college opportunities, research, medical opportunities in the field. There are also multicultural celebrations and traditions that are really exciting to see. It's very rare that you go to a scientific conference and they have mariachis, uh, parading down an aisle or even a powwow. So it's really exciting to go to a research conference, a STEM conference like SACNAS, and see our identities and cultures being celebrated at such a national level. So overall, the conference is a very inclusive and welcoming community of peers, mentors, and role models. And simply put, the conference is a broadly inclusive space where all people are encouraged and empowered to bring your whole selves, your whole authentic selves in STEM. So this year, the conference is located in Columbus, Ohio. It is October 30th to November 1st, and the registration prices are displayed here. There's early bird prices. Student members are $350. If you're a non-member, it goes up to $100. So I strongly encourage people to become a member so they can save those extra dollars. Postdocs and professionals, it just increases, and as registration prices naturally do with these types of conferences. So if you're planning to come, I encourage you to register early before the June 30th deadline, so that way you can take advantage of these prices. But the goal of this presentation is to help you all apply for a travel grant or travel scholarship, so that way you can attend the conference for free. If you do not win the award, it doesn't mean that you were not great or whatnot. There are a lot of applications that come in, and it's very competitive because it's a very popular conference. And so if you're still interested in coming, try to register for the early bird prices. You can save the extra dollars. And the purpose of attending the conference is to present your research, build your network by meeting other people in your field, or learn about other fields, and embrace culture. So as far as the travel scholarship application goes, there are eligibility requirements. You must be a current SACNAS student level member before applying for a scholarship. And that means you must be a member of the National SACNAS organization. And I believe there is a like $20 to $30 fee in order to become a member. So I highly recommend for you to become a member as soon as possible and begin your application process. You must also be 18 years of age at the time of the conference and be one of the following during the fall of 2025. You must be an undergraduate student interested in pursuing higher education in a STEM field and enrolled in a 2-year or 4-year college university. You must also either be a graduate student enrolled in a STEM program. And unfortunately, this travel scholarship application is not available for students, for post-baccalaureate program participants or postdoctoral fellows. Here are the important dates to adhere to. Right now, the application period is open for the travel scholarship, and that period was February 24th. The application deadline is March 28th for this travel scholarship application. So applications must be in on March 28th. However, letters of recommendation are due March 30th. And prospective applicants will be notified on May 9th if they have won the award or not. So there are three components to the 2025 travel scholarship. The first is a statement of purpose, where you're supposed to provide a brief essay addressing each of the following 3 topics in a 500-word minimum statement. You must describe your research interests and the importance of research to you. You are to describe your academic and career goals and how attending the SACNAS conference can help you achieve them. And finally, you must describe why you would benefit from receiving a travel scholarship to attend the SACNAS conference. And your statement of purpose needs to address all topics with tangible examples. It must be well structured and easy to read and contain minimal to no grammatical errors. The second component to the travel scholarship is you must upload an unofficial transcript. And the unofficial transcript will confirm your enrollment as a student. And if you have been accepted as a new student for the fall 2025, but are not currently enrolled just yet, you have to provide proof of matriculation or proof of acceptance into the program that you're going to enter in the fall. And proof of matriculation or proof of acceptance into a program in the fall of 2025 includes an acceptance letter or an official class schedule. And if you do not have either of those, please reach out to me, and I can try to reach out to the National SACNAS organization to inquire about what information you need to proceed. And your unofficial transcript that you upload must have for your proof of enrollment, which includes your full name, the name of your institution, and your current enrollment or enrollment for the fall of 2025. And it is it's mandatory of the travel scholarship that you either are an undergraduate student enrolled in a 2 or 4-year university or college, or a graduate student enrolled in a STEM program for fall 2025. For graduate students, you can be a master's student, a PhD student, a medical student. So you must be some type of graduate student. It should be noted that GPA is not considered when reviewing the travel scholarship application. So keep that in mind. You need a letter of recommendation. So when you complete your application, there's going to be a section where you have to provide your recommender's contact information in your application. And your recommender will be sent an email with instructions and a link to upload the letter. And you only need one letter of recommendation. The letter should address the following and must have the recommender's signature on that document. The letter should include a description of the recommender's relationship to you, the applicant. It should include how long you've known how long your recommender has known you and to what extent of this is interaction. And they must comment on your academic and scientific merit, including your potential for pursuing advanced scientific degrees or STEM related fields. And it must also include reasons why you deserve to win this travel scholarship to attend the conference. And so my advice is to find someone who can speak strongly on your behalf and write a very strong recommendation letter. Go into the 2025 ND STEM research presentation submission process. In order to be able to submit a research abstract to present at the national conference, you must also be a current SACNAS student level member or a postdoc level member before applying. You must be at least 18 years of age at the time of the conference and be one of the following. So there are actually 2 times to submit the research presentation abstract, spring and summer. So if you're submitting in the springtime, which is next month or later on this month, you must be a community college student, an undergrad, a postbac, a grad student, or a postdoc. If you're submitting in the summer, you can only be an undergraduate student in a summer research program. And the reason why they do this is for students who, let's say, they started a summer program in May or June, and they didn't have anything to write for their research abstracts. Oftentimes, students who complete a summer undergraduate research program will present their research at these types of conferences. So the summer only submission is for those types of students, such as summer REU students and whatnot. So I'm pretty sure that those students must have, yes. The application due dates are here. So the application period opens for research submissions as of February 24th for the spring due date. They're open right now for spring. They're not open for summer until June 4th. So if you're trying to submit for the spring deadline because you're a community college student or a postbac or a grad student or a postdoc or an undergrad, who's been doing research for a few years or whatever, you're gonna go to the application portal for the February 24th and submit your application by March 28th. And you will be notified by May 9th, similar to the travel grant application. So now if you're an undergraduate student in a summer research program, your application portal will open June 4th. The deadline will be July 11th, and you will be notified if your poster or oral or platform, if your research abstract has been accepted for a poster or a platform talk on August 15th. So there's really just one major component to the research presentation, to the research abstract submission for either a poster presentation or a platform talk, and that is just the abstract. The application is a little bit long, but I'll walk you through that in a few weeks. The abstract text is 250 words or less and needs to be in complete sentences. You have to enter in the body of your abstract. It should include a why or a background intro. It should include your question or hypothesis. It should include some materials and methods, and it should include results, summary, and conclusions, and an impact of your research project to the world. An excellent abstract will contain the following. It's going to contain a title that effectively identifies the research project. It must use the correct grammar and scientific terminology. You must explain why the research was conducted and clearly state the hypothesis, the question, the purpose, aims, and goal. You must also have a discussion on how the study was conducted and a description of the project's results or anticipated results and project impact. In order to help others prepare the essays for the travel scholarship and abstracts for the research presentation submission, we're going to meet again on March 25th from 5 to 7 p.m. And we're going to conduct a peer review session where we will look at each other's personal statements and abstracts and edit them and revise them together. I'll also be available to look at everyone's submissions, everyone's abstracts and essays before submission, so that way they are free of grammatical errors. They are scientifically sound for the research abstract. And I'll look at your personal statements as well. And we will meet at 3520 San Martin Drive. There will be some snacks provided for those in attendance. And I recommend that you come early so that way we can edit those essays and abstracts together quickly and get you ready for submission on March 28th. If you need help sooner, you can email me at jimenez@jhu.edu, or you can join me on Slack. And I will have links to the Slack to connect there through direct messaging. All right, so thank you for attending this presentation. Again, the next event is March 25th from 5 to 7 in the Singer Building at 3520 San Martin Drive. And shown here is a QR code that directs you to our Google interest form to learn more about our JHU chapter. Thank you.